my name is Erica and welcome to my channel. Forgive me if my face is a little red. I totally wiped off my makeup just now and realized I hadn't filmed an intro. Wow. This is actually part 2 of my festival makeup series. There's a total of 3 parts. If you missed part 1, I think I can put a flick here. That's the look I created and I will link that down below. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I got this super cute festival look that's giving all the Barbie vibes. It's pink, it's purple, it's girly, it's princessy, it's just all of that. Yeah, so I guess I'll zoom you guys in and we'll get started. I'm starting out with my eyebrows already filled in. I used the same technique that I used in part 1 of my festival makeup series, so check that out if you want to see how I filled in my brows. For a base, I'm going to be using my pt.2 in the shade 3, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I want pretty full coverage of this. I want my colors to really pop, going underneath the eyes as well, since I'm going to be working in the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna use my sponge to really smooth out the edges. So the palettes I'm using for today's look are one, the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. It's by BH Cosmetics. And then the other palette I'm gonna be using is the Masquerade by JUVIA'S, and I'm pretty much using this for the pinks and the purple shades. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is the Morphe M433. So I'm gonna go into this hot pink shade. It's in the second row. I'm pretty much going all over the lid with the exception of the center. I'm gonna go into the other palette, the Masquerade. I'm gonna go into this purple color. So it's this purpley here. And I'm just putting that in the crease, deepening it. And now I'm gonna deepen it even further. I'm gonna go into Makita, which is this beautiful shimmery purple shade, and I'm gonna do the same thing, just deepening that crease. Looks good. Now I want to go into a deeper purple, so I'm going back into the BH Cosmetics palette and I'm going into this dark purple over here, and I'm pretty much putting that right where my cut crease is going to start. So I'm looking at it and I'm noticing it's going to start about here, so that's where I'm going to put that color. Now I'm going to take my pt.2 base and cut the crease. I'm going to use the white pt.2 base I have to cut the crease. So this is shade 0. And I'm going to be very careful to get a nice straight line. I have a video on how to do a cut crease. I'll link it below in case you want like something more detailed, but for now I'm just kind of breezing through it. I started out with this pink here. I'm going to use this lighter pink and just buff out just the edges a little bit more up here. I'm gonna take my flat brush and I'm gonna go back into my Masquerade palette. It's almost like an iridescent pink in here. It's called Giza. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner and then about halfway up the cut crease. So I have this Wet n Wild blush called Don't Flatter Yourself, and it's like more of a pinky shade. So I'm gonna try using that on the lid actually to see if it's just, I want it to be a little more of a pinky color. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna go into this even lighter pink in the BH Cosmetics palette. I'm pretty much making a gradient from very light to this dark purple over here. And then from that shade, I'm gonna go back into the Masquerade palette and do this hot pink. I'm gonna take this brush again and go back into Makita just to blend out the outer corner. Was it Makita? Oh, actually, no, it was this purple from the BH Cosmetics palette. So I'm putting that in the outer corner. Yeah, that's better. So now I'm gonna take my tiny detail brush and I'm gonna go back into all those shades and get very close to that cut crease line. And at this point, I'm going to keep like kind of overlapping them to like blend them into each other. I'm just kind of seeing as I go along what's working better. And for this cut crease, it's working better to pat rather than swipe. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so one eye is done. Well, the top of it anyway. So I'm gonna do this on this side off camera, and then I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and just clean up the fallout. So I'm noticing that my right eye comes in more than this one, so I'm gonna fix that. Even things up a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna line my eyes with the Maybelline Lasting Drama. On the lower lash line, I'm gonna go into my pink shade. Actually, I'm gonna do this purple. And I'm lining it up with this shape of my eyeshadow. I'm gonna put on some mascara on my top and bottom lashes. I'm gonna line my eyes with some liquid eyeliner. I'm not gonna do much of a wing. I'm really just covering the lash line. The liner just makes the lashes look better on. So I'm just gonna line the lash line a bit. I'm gonna go put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Similar to the last look, I'm not gonna use foundation all over my skin. I'm gonna go back into my Fenty Matchsticks in Caramel. I'm using a damp beauty sponge to like blend this out. And then for contour, again with the Fenty Matchsticks in Truffle. I'm gonna use my Melanie Mills Gleam Body Radiance. Now, if you have oily skin, I would suggest skipping this step because you don't want to be just like a grease ball by the end of the day, but for me, I'm kind of digging it. I'm gonna use a bright pink blush. So I'm using this blush from Wet n Wild. Dare to Soar is what it's called. So I'm working it onto the apples of the cheeks, but I'm taking it up the temples as well. Kind of like making a C like around my eyes. So I'm going into the Masquerade palette and I'm gonna take that pink. I'm not gonna put it on the apples because I don't want it to be too pink on the face, but I am gonna take it and do it right here in the temples. Since we're using Juvia's Place, I'm actually gonna go into my Juvia's Place highlighters and use the Royalty 2. And I'm gonna highlight the high points. So I'm gonna do the high points of the cheeks. And highlight the nose and the Cupid's bow. This is fun. And then I think I'm gonna accessorize it and put a couple jewels. Also, what would work really well for these is eyelash glue. That's what I would recommend. I think when I do them for the actual event, I'm gonna use eyelash glue. I think that'll last them much longer. Sorry guys. For my lip, I used the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick and it's in the shade Pink Lust. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm dropping the last part 3 of my festival makeup series. So yeah, hope to see you there. Wow, this ice cream truck is really playing me right now. So now I want to deepen it. I know you're probably like, deepen, girl? On the outer corners of my eyes. Seriously? Fucking seriously? Okay, so now that the face is done, let's play around with some lips. The fun part. I thought it might look cool with this like purple lip. What do we think about that? Ashen Rose. Is this upside down? Oh my gosh. Yep. Thanks for watching this tutorial and Thanks for watching this tutorial. See you in the next one. Bye.